Welcome to the world of biology through Jaguar classes from Jagran Public School, Noida. In today's this video lecture, I am starting the unit 6 with chapter 6 molecular basis of inheritance. This is the first part of this chapter. In overall chapter, we will cover the topics under this chapter: DNA fingerprinting, genetic material, DNA replication, protein synthesis, genetic code, and all the important steps which are taking place in the central dogma related with this mysterious molecule DNA as the basis of inheritance of traits in all organisms. After today's class, we are expecting under the learning objectives. After today's class, you as a learner will be able to identify the components of DNA and you will be able to understand the arrangements of these components in the macromolecules, and you will also gain the knowledge of physical structure and dimensions of DNA. You will learn in this chapter DNA as a right-handed double helix structure, and the helix is held together by the hydrogen bonds between the nitrogen bases. The two polynucleotide chains of DNA how are arranged in anti-parallel fashion, that you will also learn in this chapter and in this class. Each base pair is separated from one another by 3.4 angstrom, and the DNA makes one full turn about 34 angstrom. And adenine A always pairs with thymine by 2 hydrogen bonds, and guanine G always pairs with cytosine C by 3 hydrogen bonds. These are the basic facts or focal points in today's learning class that I am sharing with you to learn the structure of DNA as the molecular basis of inheritance. With the introduction of genetics and evolution, and in this unit, genetics and evolution, today we are introducing the molecular basis of inheritance. As in earlier class, we have discussed about the principles of inheritance which were discovered by Gregor John Mendel. Now, in this class, we are trying to know that which is the mysterious molecule or the factor about which Mendel has suggested responsible for the inheritance pattern in all the organisms. Now, this discovery about the molecule which is involved in the inheritance at cellular level is identified by the Frederick Mischer in 1869, and he has discovered the material as nuclein, the nuclear material present inside the nucleus, which is referred as nuclein. And in 1953, later on stages of the discovery, the Watson and Crick introduced and proposed one three-dimensional model of DNA which is known as double helical structure of DNA. And with the help of this, and after this double helical structure discovery, there are lots of secrets, hidden facts about this molecule has been put forward to know more about the genetic concept. Let's start to learn more about this. In this discovery of the DNA molecule, there was one experiment that was performed by these biologists, and that technique by which the DNA molecule has been discovered is X-ray diffraction data, which was given by Wilkins Franklin. After this discovery, it was found that the DNA molecule is located inside the cell, inside the nucleus, as chromatin, which is of which the chromosomes are made up of in the division stage of the cell. The chemical nature that was understood or that was discovered by different biologists time to time, according to this study, these are the key points related with the chemical nature of the DNA. Here you can see that there are three important components of the DNA or deoxyribose nucleotide, and these three important components of that DNA molecule, nitrogenous bases and pentose sugar, and the third one is phosphate group. These are the three important components of the chemical nature which are responsible for the chemical nature of the DNA structure. In this chemical nature, one more thing that you have to understand to study this structure, the nitrogen bases get attached with the sugar with the help of linkage or the bonding, which is known as glycosidic linkage. And here you can see that these are the base pairs and this is the sugar molecule which is linked together with the glycosidic bond which is formed in between the nitrogenous bases and the sugar as a backbone in this structure. And that structure which is formed by joining this glycosidic bond, that is known as nucleoside. And phosphorus is attached at the 5' or 5' site of the OH of that nucleoside, that you can see here that phosphate is attached on this OH site with the help of this linkage which is known as phosphodiester linkage. Diester linkage means two ester bonds are formed here, due to which that linkage is known as phosphodiester linkage. The structure is considered as dinucleotide structure, as in this structure there is 3' to 5' or 3' to 5' phosphodiester linkage is present, and which is made up of free phosphate group on 5' site and OH group on the 3' site. And with these it have a backbone and sugar plus phosphate entity which are enclosed in this dinucleotide structure. In this manner, with the help of this picture or with the help of this slide, you can able to see that how the phosphate pentose sugar backbone is formed here, and with that phosphate groups are attached here as with the help of this phosphodiester linkage, and on the inside these nitrogenous bases are present along that backbone in a parallel fashion. Now in this, try to understand this structure of dinucleotide where these are arranged in a anti-parallel fashion. An anti-parallel fashion means one side it is 5' and then on the other side it is 3' and, but on the second nucleotide which is attached or arranged in parallel fashion, it is complementarily arranged, or we can say that anti-parallel fashion arranged means this side if there is a 5' end, this side 3' end, and if here is the 3' end, then here you can say that 5' end, and this is the phosphodiester bond in between the phosphate and sugar molecule, and here are the bases which are present inside towards the inside structure of that nucleotide. And after arrangement of so many monomer unit in the form of nucleotides, that there is a polynucleotide chain is formed in this manner, which is a polymer of deoxyribose nucleotides known as DNA. The salient features of this molecule are it is made up of two polynucleotide chain that you can easily see in this. This one chain is going on in this side, that is polynucleotide chain, and on the other side this chain is the another chain. That means this molecule is formed by the two chains of the nucleotide base sequence, and backbone is present as a phosphate and sugar bond. Inside, the nitrogenous bonds, or we can say that nitrogenous bases, are arranged with the which are joined with each other with the hydrogen bonds. Like in this way, C and G, in between these nitrogenous bases, cytosine and guanine, triple hydrogen bond is there, and wherever C and T is present, then here we can say that A and T is present. There the two hydrogen bonds are present. Here you can see in this structure. And as we are talking about that, there is an anti-parallel arrangement. Try to understand this anti-parallel arrangement means phosphate sugar base which are present here and arranged with the sugar molecule. When this backbone is formed in the form of that nucleotide chain, on one side there is 5 prime side and its opposite 3 prime side, but on the other side in the parallel fashion the 3 dash and in front of this 5 dash end, and 5 dash end in front of this 3 dash end is arranged in such a manner which is known as anti-parallel arrangement of the polynucleotide chain. This anti-parallel arrangement is responsible for the coiling of DNA also, and how the coiled structure of DNA is formed. The three important features of this coiled structure: it is turned in a right-handed fashion. Pitch of the helix is 3.4 nanometer as per the observation done and studies done on the structure of this molecule, and each turn has 10 base pairs. BP means base pairs, which are the nitrogenous base pairs: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In that way, these stacks of nitrogenous bases are present here. Coiling of DNA also include one important point, that is the distance between the two base pairs, that is this distance. One base pair is this, the another base pair is this. In between that, the distance counted as 0.34 nanometer, and in this manner the overall length including 10 base pairs which are arranged in one uh, antiparallel structure of DNA, 10 into 0.34 means overall length will become 3.4 nanometer. Here, this antiparallel mechanism provides the stability to the molecule, due to which it is more and more stable molecule and considered as the hereditary molecule, which provides the stability. And the stability provided by this coiling, anti-parallel coiling of the molecule, and distance between that base pair 0.3 nanometer as we have discussed, and plane of one base pair stacks over the other provides them a stable structure. The importance of base pairing in the DNA molecule is basically there is complementary to each other, and sequence of other strand can be predicted by this complementary fashion or a base pairing, complementary base pairing arrangement of the nitrogenous bases. The importance of base pairing, that you can see here how that base pairing give them a solid or stable structure by adding with strong hydrogen bonds in between them, and that provides a strong structure, more stable structure to that DNA molecule. Some of the interesting facts about the DNA molecule that you can learn here: the bacteriophage have the DNA nucleotide as 174, 5 to 5386 nucleotide, which are arranged in that structure. That is the name of that bacteriophage, which has these number of nucleotide sequences are present. And E. coli cell 4.6 into 10 to the power 6 base pairs are present. In human DNA, it has been counted that 3.3 into 10 to the power 9 base pairs, approximately 2.2 meter long thread in the form of 2.2 meter long thread, that DNA structure is present inside our cell. And that 2.2 meter long thread is present in such a small nucleus in each cell of our body that have 10 to the power minus 6 meter. This is a very interesting facts about that, and how this happens in such a small structure, such a big or long molecule get arranged or get uh, associated inside a cell. That for this, in next class we will study about the packaging of DNA, how the that such a big molecule is get packed inside a small nucleus in our cells. With that, I hope that the structure of DNA is little bit clear to you, and in later on classes we will talk about the detailed structure of DNA and its function. Thank you and have a nice day.